clinch it out as well. Savjz this time playing on the top and Bloody on the
So you guys
bottom
talked
lane.
about Luna needing to live,
Yes.
and Luna's in the second lane. And let's see if is the Luna in front of anything that might kill it.
Well,
Let's take a look
I
at the
can't
second
actually
lane.
look at the lane right now because
Oh,
the first turn is a little buggy. I think we have
I
to
see.
wait for the players to play in a card or something first.
They're mulliganing right now.
so that card new
Okay.
orders that
Yeah.
he has is why doesn't he just cast that?
Well, new orders, he could change the arrow and hit this Beastmaster for 5, but
Uh-huh.
since you're not really killing anything, it's probably a waste of card.
I
Yeah.
see.
But
So-
we'll new order here, and even if though you don't kill the Luna, you're putting a lot of pressure on her, and you want to kill the Luna because her passive ability, which is, if I could click on it.
Check out the grazing shot in Bloody's hand as well.
Oh, that's
that's the combo, setting it up for grazing shot lethal.
Yo, that's a 200 IQ play. I didn't see that because I'm not 200 IQ. So
So finishes off the Luna.
Yeah.
Since Grazing Shot can be played
So
cross lane.
that's a feels bad.
Oh, very
That
much.
is a feels bad.
Luna's a hero you want to keep alive as much as possible because every turn she stays alive powers up the eclipses all in your deck.
well, I say yes or no. Like it does feel bad that your Luna is dead, but you also have to keep in mind Bloody had to spend 2 cards to get that done, and you will get Luna back eventually. So I say it's 50-50. Like both players are okay.
That's true as well. I want to point out like one potential alternative play option that wouldn't necessarily have been better, but to demonstrate game mechanics, if Bloody had deployed Sniper left in this round, she could have used Grazing Shot from left to mid, killing the Luna there, and this effectively would have delayed Luna's respawn by a full turn because she would have been killed kind of on the next turn before her active, her passive had a chance to go off.
Yeah, Dr. Richard Garfield made a video talking about that. The upkeep kill.
Upkeep kill, yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. But putting the Sniper left, which is actually the case here, means you're putting Sniper in a very compromised position. You know, we saw Sniper last game doing crazy stuff, able to shoot, damage across the board. But you got to keep in mind, 5-6, very weak stats,
Exactly.
and that is the downside of this hero.
Sniper is kind of the epitome of a river hero. You want to play it in round 3 deployment. That weakness of having 2 snipers is you're going to have to play one of them sooner than round 3, which means it will be kind of vulnerable to these situations here.
Yeah.
We have Rebel Instigators in Bloody's hand right now, but there's no creeps for that to really benefit off of.
We'll talk about Rebel Instigator as it gets cast, but
Yep.
basically if you land in front of a creep, they'll make more Rebel Instigators.
But yeah, like Ken pointed out, it's not necessarily good to play a card even though you have the mana for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to wait for the right situations.
Yeah, and that's something that's really unique about Artifact compared to other card games. Because usually, other card games, because they don't have systems like initiative or lane commitment, they tend to fall into curving your mana, use your mana more than your opponent. You
Yeah, try to
usually
be
just
efficient.
win. Yeah.
And if you don't use your mana, you keep initiative. And it's
Exactly.
just,
Yeah, you can think of it kind of like buying initiative with mana. So you always have that option to. It's almost like a hero power in Hearthstone.
and it gets more expensive as
yeah,
you get
exactly.
later.
No, that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
So when it's turn 9 or whatever, it'll cost 12
Yeah,
to buy initiative, I guess, if you
yeah.
just pass.
11 mana.
Yeah.
So Bloody has 8 gold to spare.
Yep. And we're coming down on the Red Mist Pillager turn. This is kind of like
Yeah.
a large part of what the game's all about. So you really want to play this and keep it alive. And against Bloody's deck that doesn't really have that much of an answer to it, that might be Savjz's win condition.
Yeah.
And you're looking at right lane for this probably.
It's kind of always a little scary to play in a lane with a black hero because they could play really easy damage effects like Raising Shot or
Yeah,
Hip
you have
Fire.
those 2 snipers who have those
Slays,
active
yeah.
abilities.
So I got a question for you. If you want to keep the Luna alive, why would you play it just kind of in the lane where Sven could just maybe hit it right away?
You definitely want to keep the Luna alive all the time, but you also got to keep in mind sometimes you just got to cast spells, right? So casting, he has a way to actually taunt. So for example,
I see.
taunt, you could make Sven, instead of attacking Luna, attack this creep, for example. But the problem with that as well is that Sven cleaves. So right now he's cleaving for 3. So even if you taunt the melee creep, 3 damage still kind of spills over to the Luna. Luna is not going to die. Let me just tell you that this turn, but she's also not going to walk away healthy.
Yep. We're gonna have to see how Savjz plans this out. He could elect to actually do a pass to try to have Bloody spend her mana before playing Red Mist Pillager here. That's one of the tricks with Pillager. Decides to deploy a zombie.
Okay. I think we might see some sort of combination of ventriloquy, and we might even see the double edge being cast. So double edge is a Centaur signature card, which is give somebody +8 attack, but they lose 8 armor. Now, it just says give a red hero, not give an ally red hero. So there are some times where you could, for example, cast it on their guys, essentially give them -8 armor with one card, and finish it off with a damage spell. But we might not see that combination here, as Savjz doesn't have those damage cards in hand.
So that pillager is going to make another one right now?
That's
Yeah,
not a
the
pillager.
Rebel Instigator. It's sort of like a Red Mist Pillager. Specifically, it needs to deal battle damage to a creep, and then if it survives that, which it can off of the zombie, and there's the Ventriloquy, so this will stop the Instigator from going off. I really like this play.
Yep, and Beastmaster was going to die anyway. May as well just take the damage for everyone. The zombie is still going to proc, though. That zombie that Savjz put down has a death shield, which essentially means that even if it dies in this turn, which it will from the cleave, it's going to come back as a 2/1 creep.
And that's why it doesn't have the X.
That's why it doesn't have the X.
So double edge is going to get cast.
-37 on that Beastmaster.
He's taking 37. That's why, because he's taking 8 more damage from everybody.
Yep.
So kind of the math checks out. But does guarantee the kill on Sniper.
So now Savjz is thinking, do I want to use Kraken Shell to take initiative next turn? Is there anything in the mid lane he would want initiative for?
Probably not. His hand is not really beneficial for initiative.
And mana is still at 5, so there's not too many cards that are like big game changers that he can play.
Yeah, I'd like to see a pass come out here.
So far, Bloody hasn't drawn any of her 6 Assassinates. She'll want to start seeing those soon as it reaches turn 7 for her to cast them.
That's perfect right now.
I
You're not drawing a dead card, right?
It's great.
It's actually it's
Ooh.
exactly what Bloody wants in this situation. God, I love this double edge.
So like I mentioned earlier, you could double edge your opponent's hero as well. So basically this gives Sven -8 armor, and Luna was able to actually punch him down thanks to the -8.
The danger with this is that you're increasing Sven's cleave since it scales with his attack.
Yeah,
so
so
Luna went
she-
all the way down to 1 health off of that.
But it worked out, so good play here from Savjz.
I like it.
Now Bloody's looking at this mid lane, has the ability to play one of 2 creeps. If you put the Tyler Estate, that's going to bring Savjz's mana pool down to 4 instead of 5. Or she could choose to put down the Gloaty Vandal, and that's going to do 4 damage.
I really like playing the Tyler Estate here because even though the mana subtraction isn't too useful this turn, next turn you're preventing an Eclipse or a 6 kind of big 6 mana spells, which seems like Savjz's deck has a lot of, whether it's Thunderstorm or Eclipse or anything of that nature.
And every time you play a creep, like he did in that lane, it will automatically hit what's in front of it? Is that how it works?
So yes and no. If you play a creep, for example, right now that just came down, there's a creep in front of it, so yes, it will hit in front of it.
But if there's nothing in front of it?
Then it has a 25% chance of hitting left, 25 hitting right, and then 50% hitting straight. So
I see.
there are some times where you want to make sure you're placing it like really far away from a hero, so you don't want to hit them, or sometimes you do want to hit them. So it's very case dependent.
So the game's getting into the later stages here. Bloody has the heavier deck. She has like the ability to kind of draw these huge cards, not just Assassinate, but also Roar, as well as Time of Triumph.
Yeah, this is a sick late game deck.
Yeah, and Savjz hasn't put too much pressure out. He's pushing right tower very hard. He's going to need to take it, but both of Bloody's other towers both have 40 health on them.
Yeah, and he did have to end up using his Red Mist Pillager to kill off the Bounty Hunter, and so now he doesn't have that kind of growing army, so to speak, to basically give them a win condition.
This looks like a really good turn here for Savjz. He could just pass, because right now he has initiative. And that means he's going to act first in this middle lane.
Yes.
But unfortunately, like I mentioned last turn, I was going to say,
the
he could Thunderstorm and just like kill a lot of these stuff. But Tyler Estate Sensor now subtracting one of his mana. This would have been a very sick turn for Savjz.
Yep.
And I just have a question about the top left. That means those heroes that are coming in, that means they're coming in next turn with the check mark?
Yes.
Yes.
So three of Bloody's heroes are dead right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's a pretty big rubber band and artifact. Like, it's not so snowbally as it might seem, because like even if you like get like a triple kill on heroes, like they will come back strong in 3 turns with flexible deployment.
And that's the scariest thing, right? You see 3 hero coming in, you don't know where your opponent's going to put it.
So you could place them all left or all
left,
right.
all
Yep.
middle, or one of each, and you just don't know. You kind of just have to guess, and that's the really tough part about Artifact.
So he's just going to use his TP scroll on Ogre.
Yep.
Prevents his death, and now he'll also have the Ogre available to deploy in the next round too. So you'll see the Ogre in the fountain sitting there with the check mark.
And the ogre would have died to the sniper's ability. Is that what?
Well,
why he
it
did
was
it?
dying to both the Beastmaster and his loyal beast, just
Okay.
hitting it.
So
So-
Blood is deciding here whether to play the Ogre Conscript, presumably on the right side of the lane.
Yeah.
And I think I like this play. It's a little committal to this idea of like the mid tower, but it kind of opens up Ancient potential option.
Yep. 24 damage now being done to Savjz's tower. And Bloody's going to go ahead and TP that.
4 heroes coming down next.
4
turn.
heroes coming down, yeah.
Yep. And you got to play the Ogre on the right there because otherwise it goes into the Tidehunter's Ravage range, which keep in mind stuns adjacent opponent units guaranteed.
Can we check Savjz's deck really quick?
Yes, let's do that. Savjz, I mean, his deck is no joke when it comes to late game as well. We're looking at 3 Eclipse, 2 Thunderstorm, a lot of AoE potential, and also has Roar, which is like ways to kind of interact with your opponent. But that's kind of like, I think we're seeing the peak of Savjz's deck right now. And it basically has to pretty much win right now as well. We're going to see 4 heroes left.
The quad lane.
And let me tell you, Luna Eclipse, very good at dealing like quite a bit of damage, but I don't think there's going to be enough damage to go through all of this.
Yeah. Savjz does have the Thunderstorm in hand and the initiative. Primal Roar does not have an option here. Beastmaster, the only red hero,
Yeah.
has no opposing units.
You don't generally see 4 hero in one lane, at least this early in the game.
Hmm.
So,
And the
Thunderstorm?
sniper ability is going to kill the Luna.
yes.
So he only has like 1 spell, right?
Are there any items that Savjz has right now to
Traverse
save
Cloak,
her?
there's a healing salve as well, but Savjz is also thinking about Primal Roar on the opponent's deck, right?
Yep.
Because right now Sven could Primal Roar and basically usher these 2 heroes away. There's a lot of things that Savjz is thinking about. Can I save Luna? Should I save Luna? Should I cast Thunderstorm first and give up Luna's life? And I don't think any of those choices like a clear, oh yeah, you should just do this.
Mm-hmm. It's going to TP out Luna. So that makes Luna available for deploy the next round.
Yep, and Savjz still has the option to play red cards here. Mercenary Exiles, for example. Coming down and just like blocking the sniper for a turn wouldn't be too bad. Bloody still has the sniper headshot active, which could do something like clear the 2 strength creep in front of Bounty Hunter, and allowing her to punch tower for 11.
I think this deployment by Bloody, where she put all 4 hero left, might be a window for Savjz to win. 'Cause
Really?
Now Savjz is thinking, look, I'm going to lose this lane, and that's okay because you committed 4 heroes here. I'm going to just try my best to win middle and try my best to win right, which is not impossible now that you have Luna being deployed in the other lane as well.
I think I do actually like Bloody's deployment solely because she committed the Ogre Conscript mid in the last turn.
Sure.
And mid looks to me pretty indefensible on Savjz's side.
I mean, Thunderstorm just clears a sniper, right?
Yeah, that's true. Definitely might have been an overcommitment of Bloody to go 4 into 1 lane. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is potentially hugely punishable. I mean, keep in mind, like, death kind of represents mobility, right?
Yes.
When you kill an opponent's hero, you're kind of like buying and force feeding them a TP scroll, right?
No joke, I will sniper and shoot itself. I'm not even joking. Because
Yep.
you don't need a sniper here. There's
Yeah.
too many heroes
It's too
here.
many heroes. Yeah.
So you'd have him shoot himself so he could.
He will die to
Deploy
the
again?
loyal
Yeah.
beast and deploy again 2 turns.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
you didn't do that?
hero death is really not that dissimilar from like a TP scroll.
Yeah.
It's kind of more expensive, but it gives you what you want. And now this Thunderstorm with initiative, like plus the potential blocker here, Lumi might have been right. Like this is a completely defensible lane with 4 heroes stranded left.
Yeah, so Savjz will take 7, but taking 7 is not the same as taking 13 here, so he'll survive. And all of a sudden, it's these 2 versus no hero for this turn and
Yeah.
next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing here. There's no hero for Bloody coming into this lane.
Yeah, it turns into like a 5v1 basically,
Right.
because Bloody has 4 heroes on a lane that's kind of already won. And this is the real like skill and artifact, because there's a risk to overcommitting.
Yeah. Now, Bloody does have 6 copies of Assassinate in her deck.
Hasn't drawn them yet, but
Yep.
they're coming.
Yeah. Exile's going to come down. And now, Mercenary Exile has an active where you could just spend all your money. And you're essentially paying the Exile to, Mercenary to give her more attack and health. Which might be a play here.
Yep.
If
Savjz
Savjz-
has 11 gold.
Yeah.
Eclipse is a great draw.
Yes.
Oh, and
And gets that initiative.
back. Yeah.
as he wants to start casting some key cards first.
Okay, and now the key to this entire game has shifted. It was left lane just last turn, but now it's mid lane.
Yeah.
Like things are being mixed up. And Bloody is realizing that she needs to be able to punch through this mid. She needs to find an assassinate and snipe this ogre out.
Oh, but now Luna's coming back. So what we thought is like Luna's gonna abandon this lane and just go right.
So TP'd out and came right back.
Came right back. But now she has initiative again to cast Eclipse.
This is a huge eclipse.
Yeah.
Lucent Beam is going to snipe a target. If it's Bounty Hunter or this creep, melee creep, she's very happy.
Oh, that's one copy of Assassinate being drawn.
The Luna here commits the Eclipse, I think. If you're
Yeah.
going to
Yes.
drop Luna here, you have to open with Eclipse here. How many charges are we looking at?
We're looking at 6 charges.
So
Six.
18 total damage to this lane. That could be completely devastating. The Sniper is going to go down, as is the Bronze Legionnaire. Even the Bounty Hunter or the Beastmaster might.
Oh, Sniper is going to go down, but looks like the bounty will survive.
Oof. Not fortunate rolls for Savjz there.
Yeah.
Pretty bad assassinate, or pretty bad rolls on the Eclipse, I have to say.
Yep. So now if you're Bloody, do you assassinate this lane or the Ogre in the mid lane? Because mid lane is all of a sudden a real threat to your lose condition.
Is there any thought of assassinating a creep as well?
To get
see.
the 7 damage
No.
in.
It's the other
Almost.
The crosshair was like, ooh,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
he going to go for the creep? Because going for the creep gives you the lethal, technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was nothing that Savjz played last turn to block the ogre, so
All right.
one of the 2 cards that he drew this turn would have had to been an answer, and that would have been a relatively safe play.
I think this is the first game we've casted that's like super close and tight.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win this game.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know Bloody's deck is going to be stronger in the late game, but given the fact that she's only drawn a single copy of Assassinate, it's hard to say.
Yep. And now Luna's going to survive with that shield equipped. And
Yeah.
Bloody's going to put on that Book of the Dead to just get some extra HP on Bloodseeker right now, too.
And Luna staying
Sorry.
alive is a really
Bounty
big
Hunter.
deal for Savjz. He needs access to his blue cards. He needs to draw something like another Eclipse to kind of just like wipe Bloody's board in the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're just scared if you're Bloody here. You see a Luna still alive. You know Eclipse could be coming down. Thunderstorm could be coming down.
Yeah.
It may kind of make you act in a different way. Maybe you know fight for initiative or assassinate this Luna or something like that.
Yeah, Luna is just one of the like scariest blue heroes in the entire game. Like her signature card can completely devastate a board.
Yep, and we did see Bloody pick up a TP scroll from the previous shopping phase.
Yeah.
Is there any hero that you think should get a TP at the moment? What's in that last lane? There's nothing
There's
there.
no heroes.
No heroes in last lane, so still committing into just leaving 3 heroes there for now.
Yep. So looks like both players are straight up passing.
Savjz
fighting
has the
for
option
initiative.
to pump his Mercenary Exiles +5/+5 with his 10 gold. There it is.
I like it.
And that's going to put a lot of pressure, threatening this tower on a clock of 2.
So all of a sudden, and now he gets to
Oh,
even
okay.
TP out the hero as well.
Mercenary Exiles is doing enough pressure here.
Looks like Savjz is really committed into defending that first lane.
Yeah, and this is kind of what Artifact is. It's kind of like a dance back and forth of like, you know, will I play for this lane? Will I play for this lane? Like Savjz kind of bailed out of left lane and now has recommitted to it. If anything, now Bloody could kind of do the same in right lane. Bloody could actually look at that TP and be like, okay, well now I can defend right lane, right? Like that's
Yeah.
an option.
Looks like Centaur is going to be jumping left, and this is a pretty dangerous deploy for both sides. There's a lot of red heroes on both sides, and there's Beastmaster Roar.
Yeah.
So a lot of these heroes could be kind of shoved into different lanes.
And
but
Bloody still looks like she's just in a dominating position. She
Yeah.
only needs 15 total damage on both of these towers, whereas Savjz needs 13 on right, which isn't going to happen for at least 2 turns. And then he needs to find a way to get through Bloody's heroes both mid or either mid or left.
but Bloody's not drawing her powerful cards, which is the 5 copies of Assassinate and that 1 copy of Time of Triumph, or the Beastmaster Roars. She has so many powerful cards left in her deck, and she's not drawing any of them.
I think we have a 7 charge Eclipse now.
This
that
is
right?
7,
So
yep.
that's 21 damage spread.
Yep.
That
So
That's-
two charges off of being able to wipe Bloody's entire board in this
Yeah.
case.
And Bloody could also add more HP to the board by summoning Call of the Wild or equipping a Furline Mantle.
This Eclipse could be very nasty.
Yep,
there it
there's
is.
the
So
Furline.
if this Eclipse drops, it should take down Bounty Hunter. If it's lucky, it might take down Beastmaster with it.
All right, here we go.
7 charges.
Let her
Oh,
rip.
there it is. Beastmaster for 1 more? Nope.
Some unlucky
Yeah.
rolls, I gotta say.
That's rough. And now the Beastmaster, since he's still alive for now, he can summon another Loyal Beast to block either the Beastmaster or the Luna.
Yep, and Stonehall Elite can actually also go in front of the Luna, blocking her and staying alive at the same time. If Bloody wants it, Bloody's still in the driver's seat of this game. She just needs to find a way to punch through just a little bit more damage on this left lane.
And with that, Tresden's the
Oh.
Beastmaster.
Oh,
hi.
hey,
Hi,
hey,
guys.
Hyped.
Hello.
Oh,
Hyped
look at
in,
that.
Yeah.
Hyped
looks
is
like
now sitting with us on the couch.
She's not gonna cast Tresson here. Oh no, she's gonna summon first and then
Yes.
cast it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Tresden
it's based on the
standards.
placement of that wolf because it buffs afterwards.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. And with the Stonehall Elite, it gains 1 armor every time, right? Including when you play the Tresden Standards. So if that
Oh,
Tower
slight
Barrage
bonus
hasn't
there.
come down, yeah.
Okay, so Tresson Standard, it's a card that kind of just gives you more and more benefit as you cast more red cards. So
Yes.
it's gonna pop it on this hero and then cast Stonehall Elite afterwards.
Yep, and that'll push through some damage since it's pretty much uncontested right now. 7 damage going through to the Tower of Savjz.
Yep, that would, with 2 procs of Tresden Standards, that would take Savjz's tower down to 2 health. What's mid looking like? Because Savjz still has to block mid.
Mid
and
is technically dying,
He has
but
a Ravage.
has dimensional.
The Ravage
oh,
is
no,
up.
no, yeah, no mana for all of this.
Yeah. Ravage and Primal Roar are both major options mid. Could even Sucker Punch and save himself the Ravage if he has the initiative.
I actually like that a lot. Ravage
Yeah.
is a lot easier to use, and Sucker Punch gets the job done here.
All right, Tresden Sanders coming down.
Okay.
But not going to put the
Save the
Stonehall.
Stonehall Elite. So Savjz has the initiative here, and remember, initiative is everything. There's the Ravage. Is it going to stun the Ogre?
50-50? Oh, stuns
wow.
everything.
Savjz.
Finally, the RNG coming back in his
All right.
favor.
So technically still alive.
Mhm.
It hasn't lost a single tower yet. Looks like we're going to see a teleport scroll back out.
Yep, just keeping snipers safe.
Okay.
And we're going to have to see like if there's any place for initiative here. Savjz has initiative off that TP. He's going to keep it. He's going to pass.
Yep.
We're going to go all the way back to board number 1
Dude,
where this initiative is going to be held.
This mercenary exile is going all the distance. Okay,
Yeah.
it's going to take the tower
Pumping that
eventually.
mercenary really helps. Now Savjz only needs to deal 10 extra damage on left. This game is all about left lane right now. If Savjz can deal 10 damage on left, even before Bloody can do anything, like if he can block either mid or left from taking just a little bit of damage, Savjz might win this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bloody's
and
hand is looking very
Yes.
dry. This
Yes,
is not the time
3
you want
tracks.
to
He
track.
needs that third eclipse. He needs that right now.
5 more assassinate in the deck.
Yeah, but
3
unfortunately
primal
the-
roar.
Primal Roar
Yeah.
got opened up.
Yeah.
The Beastmaster in front of the Sniper and the Sven. Primal Roar off of initiative stuns the Sniper, moves the Sven. But Sven being moved to either other lane is not good for Savjz. It will choose Sven and dump him randomly into one of the 2 other lanes.
Where's
Where's
it
it going?
going? Left.
Perfect.
Middle.
Going
That's
mid.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's what he
Middle's good.
wanted.
Yeah.
But middle is still a threat. Bloody still just has to take the middle tower. This is really close.
Yeah. Also, you could start throwing creeps with better late than never
Yes.
into the middle lane. You cast Ignite as well.
You've got Potion of Knowledge for an extra draw. You've got 3 more mana to play out here. He needs 9 extra damage on this tower. Bloody can't use Headshot. Her Sniper is still stunned.
Yeah.
Yep.
She can't cast anything at this point. So let's look at the middle lane. Is the tower going to die this turn? I don't think so, because Ogre could cast
Ogre
more stuff.
casts another
Yep.
Yeah.
better late than never. Yeah.
But, you know, Beastmaster Roar can
Savjz
open
might
some
have
spots.
this. Yeah, the Primal Roar is going to get exchanged because Bloody got blocked out of this lane. She will have initiative for mid lane, and the Primal Roar will likewise mess up Savjz's board. He's got the potion. He needs a Kraken Shell for initiative.
Okay. Not going to grab initiative. Now, keep in mind that hasn't lost any tower yet, despite them being at 3 health and
Yes.
4 health. So
yes.
it's okay for him to lose middle. It's not great,
Yes.
because your tower is so low, but it's not like you're losing the game straight.
And it's not impossible for this game to come down to a tie. If Savjz takes right, Bloody takes mid, and then they both take left next turn,
Sure.
that will be a tie.
Yeah.
Bloody's in a position where that could happen. Bloody's hand is very bad
Yeah.
considering her deck. Has she drawn only one
One
assassin?
assassin.
One
Assassinate.
assassinate, yeah.
And
So
she still has time
she's
of
got a
triumph
lot
as
of power
well.
in her deck.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Hype, I got to ask you,
Mhm.
who do you think is going to win this game? Just based on
This
this
is
current
so
state.
close.
This is
Yeah.
like,
It's looking like Savjz.
I think Savjz
However,
has
I'm,
this.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure in Savjz's mind he thinks he's about to lose. 'Cause he could never predict this poor
Yeah,
hand from Bloody.
exactly.
So I imagine it's very tense.
So
on
we've
both
got
sides.
options. We've got the Primal Roar here on Bloody. She has initiative. I think these games are showcasing very well how powerful initiative is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like in these last turns of the game, it is game deciding.
So,
It's actually kind of scary to roar here.
Yeah, it is because both of these heroes could go left.
or it could go right. Think about it. If it goes
This is
right,
right,
then,
that's
you know,
great for Bloody,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the option to only toss one. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
You've got to take that Roar here
Yeah, you
if you're
gotta.
Bloody. I think there is just no choice. That will represent the lethal she needs on this tower. She's got the double deployment you can see in the upper left. Double deployment left next turn, and then punch through to deal just the 3 damage she needs on Savjz's left tower.
I actually really like
Yeah.
her not using it here and going for a lethal with the minions in the
Oh.
because then it would lock down the first lane, which she really needs it for.
That's a good roll for Savjz.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good for Savjz, yeah.
So Savjz has a few options here. He can't really defend this tower. The best thing to do is probably pass for
Yeah,
initiative.
that's the pass, right?
That's the pass
That's
for
the
initiative.
best option.
There's
you
the
do.
roar again Savjz has. How's that roar looking at left lane? It
Well, there's a
stuns-
hero in front, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good. But there's 2 more heroes coming in.
But that initiative is going to have to matter. If you're Savjz, you give it up. There it is. I love to see that pass.
Yeah.
Now, Bloody, there's not that much to do. You can just, like, yeah, you just pass it
Pass.
back. She's got the mid lane, but now Savjz takes right.
All right,
Here's
3
his tower.
3 HP
Yeah.
versus 9 at first tower. This is gonna be.
Pass
This is
back.
close,
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to depend
So-
what Bloody draws as well.
If
Savjz has
Bloody
initiative.
draws Time of Triumph,
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's gonna be a
be
draw.
at worst a draw
Yeah.
for her.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Both of these heroes could deploy adjacent to the sniper,
True.
in which
you can
case,
roar them
Yeah.
away.
if both of these heroes deploy next to the sniper on either side of it, the game is over. Savjz has first play, Primal Roar here.
Ooh.
It will lock
That's-
out the
that's
Beastmaster. That's
good.
very
Good.
good.
That's
good,
Bloody
yeah.
only has access to black off of Bounty Hunter. She needs to draw something high quality black. She
Try Primal Roar.
That's not it. That's
Okay.
not
That's
it either.
not it.
I
So
think
you just
Savjz has this.
You just roar
Yeah.
straight up, and you still have 4 mana left to play Dimensional Portal in case a blocker gets opened up.
Yep.
So it's looking like it's unlosable for Savjz.
What about the defensive potential on Bloody? She can chump with Assassin's Apprentice. I mean, Primal Roar is going to leave the sniper there, and
Yes.
the creep that's going to be freed up off of the Beastmaster is only going to deal 2 damage. That's not necessarily enough. Bloody is going to have 1 chump block off of Assassin's
Ooh.
Apprentice. Whoa!
Okay.
This opens up Primal Roar. Bloody can roar in front of Beastmaster now.
It
Yeah,
still looks
that-
okay with Dimensional Portal. I think Savjz is going to be fine.
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
fine
Luckily,
for now.
the ogre is here.
D Portal will be blocking this creep off of
Okay.
Savjz's tower. His tower will be saved. Both of them need 1 more damage on these towers
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness.
But
That's so
don't forget that this guy could make more zombies to block. Book of the
Yeah,
Dead has
Book of
an
the Dead
active-
has 1 charge right
Yeah.
now.
Charge just enough.
Oh, multicast.
Multicast
Oh my God, I
on
think
a
that's the
second
most
dimensional
difficult
portal.
part of
That's
that one.
enough. That's enough.
Okay, so
Right?
Apprentice could come down to block 1.
It just
And
blocks
one-
1. That's
it
not enough.
Yeah,
There's
I
no way
think
for
that's
Bloody to
it.
punch through.
That ogre
So
being blasted into the first lane.
all of us calling for the Primal Roar on Savjz's side, but the fact that he didn't Primal Roar allows him to cast a bunch of blue spells. Was that just a better play?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Stonehall Elite will be blocking this, but it won't do enough. The
Yeah.
pass from Savjz and Bloody has no response except for 1 zombie. D Portal will come down, closing the game out in favor of Savjz.
Oh my
There
goodness.
it is.
That was
Whew.
a close one, dude.
Yeah.
That is a crazy comeback. His tower left at 3, his tower mid at 4.
4.
Makes it
Look at
work.
Savjz.